thank you so much, Abhilekh, traveling all the way from India for this event. Abhilekh has come for the last event as well, and I'm pretty privileged. He was the first confirmed person from outside the country to travel for the speaking event. And Abhilekh is, if you see his LinkedIn, more than any other startup mentorship, he has amazing communities built around startup, and he helps startup communities to build around Microsoft ecosystem as well. So you can check his LinkedIn, and he will also be doing small startup-based showing today in the evening as well. But this session will be focused on LLMs and natural language processing, unlocking the future of AI communication. Over to you, Blake.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, it's a pleasure to come again to Dubai. I mean, Dubai is my favorite, if you see, though I like Singapore more as well. So yeah, thanks everyone for having me. Just give me a few couple of seconds before I set up. Yeah. I can connect with the internet, I think. Yeah, let me check. What's the password? I think customer 95.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. Set.
एक्सटेंडेड पे है बाद में है
अच्छा.
डुप्लीकेट कर देना
Give me a second. Huh? This is my PPT. Okay. Abhi, you want me to do duplicate? Okay. Hmm. Yeah, visible? Okay. Yeah, you okay. Okay.
just a minute. So Lorette is leaving, so can we have a group picture with her once? So I request all the attendees to come onto the stage, please. Squeeze. Maybe 2 rows tall in the back, short in the front.
You can bring some chairs.
Yes. Feel free to take chairs if someone wants to have that.
نمت قدام انت وسيف ولا لا ما تهزرش لا انا قصدي على ماجد لا انا لسه جاي امبارح
Yeah, someone.
All the women on the chairs.
لا لا I'm chatting with them. I'm not listening.
We need someone here.
No, they are here. They are
Here, please.
Please.
Come here.
There's some seats available there as well.
شيل ده بقى خلاص عمل متشكرين.
Some more this side. 2-3 people to this side. Sorry.
Oh, wait, mom.
Yeah, please. No, still.
We'll crop it.
Okay, smile, guys. Everyone is serious. Amit, thoda andar. Smile.
How about you? Selfie.
Yeah, I'll come.
Let's switch.
Only the speakers to stay back.
Yeah.
Only speakers. One boss.
Sorry, ma'am. Good to see you. Over LinkedIn only.
Yeah. No, good, good. I really like it.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a sleeping mood for that. I know. I know. Yeah.
You were there directions? Yeah. Oh, cool. I also.
I saw you there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Right, so everyone back. I know I am in between you and your lunch. I think how much time I have? 45 minutes. 30 minutes. Right, rapidly. I think again we need to connect.
अब तो आना चाहिए आगे स्टार्ट कर लो स्लाइड शो
Let me check the volume. Excellent. Too big. Lost.
वीडियो है क्या कुछ OT Abhilekh.
Right. So everyone, please, settle down. I hope, yeah, everyone in the back as well. Please settle. So before I start introduction about me, I'll just be clear about what we are going to, talk today about. I'm going to make it more non-technical, but a little bit of tech stuff what I've implemented. I mean, as a startup as well. It's been around 1 year and 7 months as a startup. So it's a different feeling because you're not into a job right now and you are probably, doing things on your own. You have to, engineer a lot of things, innovative things. You have to sit and talk with a lot of people. I'm also a mentor at Microsoft for Founders Hub. So if there are any startups or you have plans, you want to launch a startup, happy to help you with Azure credits. So there are referral codes which we can provide. As long as you want to build something interesting, which is on AI, that is what Microsoft wants. So if you have anything you want to build or use any of the ecosystem, please reach out to me. Now, coming back to the topic, the reason I selected this topic is because it's close to me. I have developed some solutions for tech giants like Netflix and Amazon Prime. I'm sure a lot of you are addictive to social media right now. How many of you use Netflix? Okay. Amazon Prime? Hulu? No, nobody uses Hulu. Okay. So there are a lot of apps basically which probably, take a lot of our time. But again, there are good and bad things about it. Like, of course, there are good activities we can learn from them. But again, it's very addictive. So that's also another side of the coin. Just like how AI, is so powerful. But at the end of the day, you have to be careful of not giving your personal data and stuff like that, right? So now talking about me, I mean, I'll just skip that. Okay. So this is the slide I showed last time as well. I mean, I'm talking about the localization stuff, right? You have the gold soak market, as you can see on my left, right? Which is very popular in Dubai and different part of the world, how the traditions keeps about. And then there was Doli Chaiwala, if from India. And that's how he started, getting an, in fact, he's selling franchisee now. Can you imagine? Right? He started selling his franchisee. It's pretty costly, but a lot of my Indian friends are interested, and they have actually recently applied to Dolly Chaiwala's franchisee, which is pretty interesting because that's how the future is moving. And why I wanted to show this is because again, AI is literally changing lives. I remember going to Beijing and I used AI to generate, proper, what do you say, a paper presentation. It was selected. Same I applied. I got selected recently for Shanghai. I'm doing it remote, of course, because It's very tough to get visa. If you know, like, if you're applying back to back, specifically with a country. Even in Dubai, I know, like, if I want to apply a visa, there has to be a gap of 1 month. You cannot apply, like, you cannot come in the same month twice if you have a single entry visa, right? So those are some challenges, but again, we will talk more about what is AI doing and things like that. So I'll have a lot of pictures, by the way, because I want you to be a little bit active in terms of the part, because I just wanted to show you in terms of what is AI doing and what are the things from my personal experience in terms of startup ecosystem. Right, I'll just show you a video quickly. Right, I have actually collaborated with an AI robot which came at GTEx Singapore. How many of you have visited GTEx Dubai? Good. You might have seen this robot if in case. So I've just collaborated. I'm doing sales for them. This is one of my biggest contract after Emirates. I'm also working with Emirates. I'm doing jobs and internships. So if in case anyone is interested in Emirates, please do reach out. I have, like the head of recruitment team. If in case if you're interested for a job at Emirates. By the way, I don't know how many of you know that in Emirates, you get 95% off for every flight ticket you book as an employee. Okay, this is very pretty interesting. When I met the head of recruitment, they mentioned, so it's a good thing. I mean, no other airline I've seen. I think Singapore Airlines also has some benefit, but I think of course Emirates is Emirates, right? Okay, so there are some questions I try to tweak and ask the AI robot. Remember, this AI robot is trained on the back end of Chat GPT. Okay, so the kind of questions I ask, it will also backfire me with some more questions. So let's just see how this goes. Okay. Okay, so
I
tell
see.
me the
You're
best
playing pretend.
AI robot in the world. The best AI robot.
Imagining yourself as a robot seeking AI solutions. That's fun. Let's keep the game going then.
No, she's not doing it properly.
What kind of amazing robotic tasks are you hoping to achieve with this AI solution?
I want
Remember,
to save time.
the more details you give me about your robot self and its goals,
So from this activity, I just wanted to highlight or probably ask you a question. What is the mistake AI robot is doing here? Can anyone highlight? I mean, I've asked them 2, 3 things, of course, which is the best AI robot. I also, got a context where it is trying to, just like a salesperson would, ask you qualified questions to check what you want, right? So they are asking me there. But what are the mistakes do you see? I'm not highlighting ChatGPT or Copilot, but what are the mistakes with AI this robot is doing right now, which you think something, maybe it will become an offset for you if you're asking questions to an AI robot? Once again? Yes, it is forgetting context. So you have to, I'm talking about the LLM part, the large language model. If you don't create the right persona, as you saw here, I never gave him the context. I never gave him like what kind of solution I want, what kind of answer. I just said, just tell me the best AI robot. And this is what I want to showcase, right? When you're asking ChatGPT or Copilot, you need to give the persona. In marketing, we say individual customer profile, right? Until you give that, the chat GPT will just, try to answer your questions randomly, right? And that's what is happening. I just asked them a basic question, tell me, instead of telling me the best AI robot, her name is Ameka, right? So instead of saying me like Ameka is the best AI robot, she's just keeping me asking questions, qualifying and things like that, right? And I mean, as developers, you know that one of the key thing is making the context clear, right? Concise and clear context. And that is what I'm trying to show this with the conference with GTEx. And the same I have seen it with another robot, I met in China recently, last month when I was doing a paper presentation. It's just unable to, figure out. The name of the robot is Unitree, right? It's unable to figure it out what's happening because the context part is missing. Versus if I give them a contest and they, try to understand what is happening, they'll give me a better response. And there's a what I'm talking about the LLMs. How many of you are building LLMs or part of a company where you're in the implementation side of LLMs? One, okay, only one. Others, no, not building or maybe not part of the process yet. Okay, but you know what are LLMs, right? You know how the large language works. Okay. So, anyways, let me go back. I don't want to, take much time. Okay. Now I wanted to highlight a solution. Okay, very specifically, like which is on the ground level. One of the key things So he's my friend, Chandresh, who is probably one of the entrepreneurs I met on a 15-day train journey. We had 525 entrepreneurs on one train journey. This is the largest train yatra in India, which covers 1500 kilometers. And believe me, like one of the key challenge we wanted to solve was with business cards. I mean, we go to conferences, what happens? You exchange a business card and then you throw it into the dustbin. If not dustbin, at least it just, goes away with that. So right now, NFC is what I have observed is working. I think Dubai government is way ahead if I compare with the Indian government. I've got one with the Telangana government because I'm a mentor with VHub. And I have recently received his solution, which is QLM. And this is what I'm talking about the future where you can literally, scan a card and then, probably no need to carry a physical card. And that is what with the solutions you're making. And this is something he's implementing this year because last year they had 46,000 applications to select 525 entrepreneurs. I was one of the facilitator there. This year they had 48,000 applications and they are hoping to have 550 people. And this card is going to be implemented in a live train where even if there is no network without internet, they can exchange their business. Isn't it amazing, right? And this is what I want to bring it in Abu Dhabi, and we're working with the government there as well. We want to implement on NFCs, something similar like that. The largest trend in the world right now is from Singapore. It travels and it goes to the other side of the Europe. I mean, you can figure it out. You can check how big is that trend, but it's just amazing and fascinating journey because imagine you get that mindset of talking to different entrepreneurs, what they are building and collaborating. So this train journey is called Jagriti Yatra if you want to search on internet. And it is being started 15 to 16 years before. And the owner who started is a member of parliament working with Nirmala Sitharaman, who is our finance minister in India for startups. And he has set up a similar solution like ISRO, which is, you have your proper sales shuttle in Uttar Pradesh, which is something very proud because you are trying to create something in your own village because his father was also a politician and they also wanted to do something like this. So I just wanted to highlight this, and I'm sure you have used NFC cards, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, anyone who's not know what don't know what is NFC, you can be honest. Okay, so can anyone tell what is NFC? Just wanted to check if you know.
It's a card like the mobile phone you can
Okay.
near field communication is.
Yes, near field communication. I mean, I do have a card. I'll quickly show you because I just believe like things has to be similar. So this is just a card, as you can see, like. So basically, you just have to scan this. Once you scan this, probably your LinkedIn, your social media, everything is there. You just save the contact. So no need to, have a physical card. This is more like you can have different versions, metallic or things like that. And that's what I'm doing with him in terms of different governments as I'm traveling. But this is something you should have. If you're a mentor at, let's say, a government institute or let's just say working with mentor, it's complimentary being provided. I'm not sure if Dubai government is providing this with the AI. I have no idea about that, but Abu Dhabi government does provide, right? So I am aware about that. I have like my ex, what do you say, reporting boss, and he works with the Abu Dhabi global market. So that's where I think I've seen them providing this kind of solution, right? If you have actually visited ADGM, right, in Abu Dhabi. Okay, this is a very interesting thing. This is a competition, by the way. If in case you have not registered, if in case you have a startup fantastic idea, I'm a mentor at Startup World Cup. So Startup World Cup is the largest $1 million competition happening in US in October. And I think every regional wise, you get one or two people who get selected. And the trip is sponsored by Pegasus, which is the largest VC firm. So if you have an interesting startup idea and if you feel you have a good team, please do apply. This is a letter for my invitation. I'll be going in October in San Francisco for mentorship and stuff. But then if you feel you have an idea, please let me know and I'll send you the application link, right? So this is very specific with startups. Again, not necessarily only AI, but you can also talk about any business app as well if you're trying to build anything on that, right? By the way, I forgot to ask, how many of you are already part of startup ecosystem or having a startup idea? Okay, one. Only one? Others, no plan? Okay, two. Good. Three. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like idea has to be ideated, right? I mean, I forgot to tell you about my startup, right? So I received 3,786 resumes in 1 year for students asking for referrals. In fact, as I'm talking, my LinkedIn is getting full with more number of students asking for their first job. as a fresher, it's a challenge, right, to get the first job. So what I did is, probably get some kind of a company which uses AI to match recruiters with, let's just say, students or corporate professionals looking for jobs. It's a very simple solution. My startup got funded with the Korean government, then Singapore government, recently in talks with the Japanese government as well, where I've joined as an expert committee. But it's really fun because you can really, help somebody crack their first job. That's the target segment I'm currently targeting. But hopefully we'll go next where we'll try to also look for the leadership roles. Considering seeing the Microsoft layoffs, I've really tried to help a lot of my colleagues to land up some jobs with product companies. But again, it's still challenging to see someone, spending 25 years of their life and then not getting a job much faster, right? So I'm trying to also cater to someone on the side of fresher and then someone on the leadership side as well, because that's also one of the challenging area I've seen right now. Okay, this is one of my talk at the Tokyo Global AI Community. Right, it was fun talking there, and the reason why I'm showing you this is because believe me, nobody knows English there. Okay, so it was very tough. Nobody is speaking English, but they have made a translation app which uses AI. So as you can see on the screen, right, if you can see this lady, right, she has a mobile phone, and it is getting a live translated. She can see it. So basically it gets translated to Japanese, and if she's Chinese, also can get to Chinese. So I was speaking English with a lag time of 3 to 5 seconds, and they are able to answer my questions much faster, right? So a set of 130 people, but they are able to quickly answer whatever questions I'm asking. And this is what the future is looking like, where I think Microsoft in Europe and US, I have seen they have this translation services. They can use it, so I was talking to Hank, I think long back when I was in March with the, MVP summit. So he did mention this is one of the challenge. I think the same is with, let's say if I want to deliver a lecture in Korea, unfortunately, it's very tough to get that translation service. So Microsoft has to give us those kind of equipment and stuff, right? Even headphones are available where you can have that translation services, right? I don't know how about Dubai right now. Have you seen any translation services company right now helping in terms of Arabic translations to English? Yeah.
There's this company called Tarjama.
The German?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a translation company, and now they have Arabic.ai.
Arabic.ai. Perfect.
It's their own large language model
Mhm.
tuned by Arabic writing way.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. So that is what I also feel like, because think about it, I want to invite someone, let's just say, who is probably in Dubai, and I want to bring them to India, and they can be comfortable talking in Arabic. We can understand in Hindi, right? So we want that kind of a solution, which is about translation, right? So I'll definitely reach out to those vendors and see how we can. I run, by the way, the global AI community in Hyderabad. So that's where I'm located in India, right? I'm also part of multiple communities where I'm volunteering a lot of my time as well. So if you want to apply, I can send you this. I mean, let's just skip that, all those slides. Yeah, so this, as you can see, the person taking a moderation thing, he's bilingual. He knows Japanese, Chinese, and English, so he's able to ask all of us. And the fun part is, I'm not able to understand who's sitting next to me because it's happening in Chinese. I know a little bit, but of course, I don't know Mandarin that way. And the other person is talking in Japanese, so it's a bit fun talking with the MVPs, and then getting this kind of an ecosystem where you're able to support different languages and stuff. And this is what I am looking in the future part, right? This is, by the way, Alibaba. How many of you are fan of Jack Ma? One, two, only two, three. I mean, four. Okay, okay, okay. Have you ever thought like where is Jack Ma right now? I mean, this is of course out of the context, but have you know? Do you know where is Jack Ma right now? Singapore. Okay, this is a good guess. Others? Inside China. Okay, another good guess. Anyone has a confirmed news, or it's like just a thing you heard? Okay, he's not coming, so maybe he's into that. He stayed 6 months in Tokyo. I mean, I wrote an article. In fact, I was very difficult to write when I think he spoke against the Chinese government, and of course, he was missing that time. 6 months he stayed in Tokyo. Singapore, yes, sometime he did still. Right now he's in Alibaba. Of course, I didn't get the chance to meet him, but I was being invited at Hangzhou, which is the headquarter. But they confirmed he is currently living in Hangzhou, but of course not the exact location. But that's for confirm that he is very well and safe. Just in case you wanted to know how is Alibaba CEO doing, right? Okay. Now on the left hand side, you see is this is a poster I designed using DALI, right? ChatGPT had this function called DALI. How many like prompts can you have in a free ChatGPT per day?
How many?
prompts can you do with a chat GPT? You know, the 4.0, the free one. 10. Max is 10, right? After 10, you have to wait for 24 hours. If you are an MVP, you get a lot of solutions for free. Okay, so a lot of all those tools, you get it for free. Of course, depending on, like, there's Copilot for sales, there's Copilot for finance. So we have different verticals. So depending on the title, you can have that. I've been using a lot of those free things which I'm getting as an MVP. So if you're interested, please do apply for an MVP. It's a pretty interesting thing. Right, this is Alibaba, by the way. Alibaba is around 50 acres campus, and it has 10 different gates. And the fun fact in Alibaba, I always try to get one fun fact. Okay, every place I go. So in Alibaba, they have this dinner free for all employees. But the fun fact is they do dinner at, can anyone guess what time? 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock they do the dinner and then they go back home happily. That's what life they have in. And Hangzhou is the first country, or I can say first city in China, which has one single app for everything. Right? So basically you want to order a doctor, you want to order a medicine, or let's just say you want to order some grocery, just one single app. I was fortunate to see that app, and I could literally see like a lot of orders happening on that app. Very good UX and stuff like that, right? So this is a pretty interesting thing, right? This is, by the way, PyTorch China, Beijing, right? I'm sure you know about Linux for Foundation. So they do sponsor your trip if you apply for travel grant. So there's an option if you're applying as a speaker, you can apply for a travel grant. They will sponsor your trip, and it's one of the activities which you can see if you aspire, like, you know, to deliver a keynote, or let's just say you want to give in front of 10,000, 12,000 people. It's happening, I think, in Colorado, 7 or 9th of November. So if in case you want to apply, please look for Linux for Foundation, you know, like CNCF events. Okay. So cloud native, you can find different events there as well, right? Now, I had this interesting picture, okay? This on my right-hand side, okay? This lady, right? Is it AI generated or is it a real live lady? AI, okay, good. Real. How many saying AI generated? Just a raise of hands. It's a robot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Still others are getting confused. Yeah, I have used some solutions to Pillar. Okay. Okay, I made some kind of editing. You mean to say, like, I'm not a Photoshop addict, by the way. Okay. She is real, by the way, guys. She's real. Can you guess her age? My next question. Very good. Somebody said 60. Who said 60? Correct. She is 60 years old. And believe me, in China and Korea and Japan, people look so young. I said, like, you know, you said you worked in HR. How many years of your career have you worked? She's like 40, 45. I mean, like, when you started working, I mean, like, after, she said after 18, right? And that's what I'm shocked. Like, you know, people in China are so much health freak, right? And you can see the quality of skin. It just looks like she's a robot. I put it in my WhatsApp status, and every single day when people see this, you know, they're like, you know, where is this robot available? That's the first question they ask, right? Because they get this confusion, right? But believe me, I mean, the lifestyle is completely different in different part of the world. Like, I have seen in China, on a single road, I'm crossing a river from a top of, let's just a place. I am walking. A cycle is also there. There's an 80-year lady who is on a cycle. There's someone driving a bike, and there's someone taking a car as well. And we are crossing the river together. That's the level of fitness, you know, I'm talking about China. And that's why even in Japan, I've seen, like, there's a village, I forgot the name. There are people living above 100 years who are alive, right? I mean, and then we see all those ads, we become happy, and then we order something through online, you know, apps, which is actually helping us become non-healthier right now, right?
Is it because of AI?
People's of?
Because of AI or AI?
No. AI is not responsible for your food habits. Come on. I mean, AI is an influencer. AI is an influencer. Of course, AI is becoming more smarter because it's recording you right now as we are speaking, right? Because when you go to Google, Gemini, right? So by default, it is recording you. So whenever you are searching something on internet, you will get an ad basically similar like that, and you'll get a retargeting. There's an option, you go to Google, you can stop it. I went and stopped it. So I don't get ads anymore. Okay, so it's just that when you're signing up as a Gmail account or anything, you have an option to stop your recording. right? So you have to read all those terms and conditions, right? Okay, these are also some of the pics, clicked there, right? So let's just skip. Yeah, this is the robot I was showing. It's a dog robot, by the way, right? Now this video went viral after I posted this, and there's you can search the name UNITREE, Unitary. And one fun thing happened. This robot became abnormal. What happened is there was a like a event. They put the robot next to them, and all of a sudden the robot started dancing. It started moving, and as a human, the person sitting next to or standing next to the robot, they started freaking out. Imagine if all the robots started behaving like that, right? There's some abnormal function happening, and then it just started moving left, right, and then it just started destroying all the items at the stalls and stuff like that. Right? And this is the same robot I saw the video, which I met last month. So I'm just telling you, like AI is also dangerous. Don't think like AI is only on one side. If you really don't train the AI well, if there is a still scope of improvement, please try to get that. Right? So I'm not just trying to highlight one company, but this is everywhere, right? So this is like one thing you have to be careful while designing your LLMs, right? Okay, I also wanted to show you this website. I mean, I was fifth in the rank in terms of best education institutions last year. Hacker, like Noon. And if you go to Hacker Noon, you will get a lot of freebies, a lot of stuff. I think it's sponsored by Notion AI. So if somebody needs license for 6 months, if you have a corporate email ID, you can qualify and get a 6 months Notion AI, software, right? There are more, but please go to Hacker Noon and you can find some great companies. Let's just say I was searching for companies in Dubai, and I could find 3,800 startups of Dubai on this website. So please go to Hackernoon. It's a very interesting resource. You can also apply if you tomorrow decide to be a startup, and you can also, probably get nominated. Of course, there are benefits. They will give you podcast interviews and stuff like that, right? Yeah, this is the Direction Partners. I think Samir, you're here, right? So you were there, I think, for Direction Partners. So this is the largest event I think I've seen in my life. They invited 11 MVPs in Bangkok. They had this first. They are doing, in fact, at Microsoft Dubai again in November. They are sponsoring flight and accommodations as well. Pretty interesting, right? So that's what I heard about Direction for Asia. But yes, I mean, it's very competitive. They had last year, I think, how many, like 200 speakers, I think, in Bangkok. Yeah, so that's the number of people versus application. I spoke to Frank, who's their like the one who started, right? So he said he receives, I think, around 3,000, 4,000 to get through that 200, right? So it's a little competitive, but then believe me, like if you have something which is really revolutionary, I would love you to apply to this event. It's just a fun part, like you see a lot of people there, right? Yeah, he's the one in the middle. Okay, so his name is Frank. He's the CEO for Direction for Partners, and I was fortunate to do a 105 minutes workshop on ChatGPT. This is the directions, right? This is the Emirates guy I'm talking about. Okay, so if you know him, anyone from Emirates or have worked in Emirates? No, no one. Okay, so he's the head of recruitments. Okay, I'll send you his LinkedIn as well if you want to connect. Parallelly, like I got one award for Copilot Innovation Award. This is being provided by Wortel and Microsoft Netherlands with Femke. If you know Femke, she's also a Microsoft MVP. And this was for Copilot Innovation Award for Societal Impact. So there are more awards. If you can think about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, you can apply. So let's say, for example, women empowerment, or let's just say equitable education, right? If you say public speaking, right, there are less women coming into public speaking, but now the game has changed. Now more women apply, right? So we want more equitable there. So these are the things you can think about a startup idea and try to solve that problem. There are a lot of communities, women in tech, there's women power platform, there's a code without barriers. So Microsoft is really having a lot of programs where you can really support women and mentor them, been associated with all of them. So if you feel like you can also contribute, let me know. I'll send you the link. You can apply as a mentor as well, right? Anyone can apply. It's not the gender there for a mentor. Right, this is a little bit of brief about me, about what I have done and where are the places I am currently at. One of my favorite was, I think, when I got the certification with Singapore-based company for personal branding. And I think a lot of you right now on LinkedIn, right? So I would highly recommend to think about getting a certification on personal branding, which I think is missing for each of us, right? I mean, think about how many conferences you go, how many people you meet, right? Personal branding is something we sometimes omit, right? So think about, having a certification, even good certifications. If you want to get into coaching, there's life coaching, there's NLP, and there's a lot, you can also do it, right? Okay. Now again, smart move by AI. I had this question last time as well. I want to ask you as well. If you were there last time, you would have actually got the answer. But if you were not there, let's go on the top left-hand side of my screen. Okay. So I'm in the middle. Can you see everyone on the top left? Yeah. And in between, I am there, right? But what are the mistakes AI has done to my entire? Yeah. Once again. I look much older. Yeah. I mean, it has made me older. AI has made me older. Okay. What else? I want you to capture that one information. Yes, specs. I never wear specs. Come on. I mean, I don't need specs, right? I can wear a goggle. That's fine. But right. But you can see, like, just because the other two gentlemen are wearing specs, it is assuming that I'll also wear specs in the future. Just because, like my hair is not white, but because one person's hair is white, all the three are now becoming white haired. This is the problem with AI. Not probably doing the better with LLMs, right? If you make this mistake, it is going to do this, right? And like, of course, cartoon wise, you have manga, and I think I've been to Tokyo. I've seen a lot of cartoons on Pokemon and a lot of things. So people do play with their image. I think Ghibli, I was really fascinated with Ghibli, right? You try to do something with your thing. I mean, of course, all your data is gone, by the way, right? So you have authored, or you can say like you have yourself volunteer to give your data, right? But that data can be again used for promoting in comics and anything. And believe me, if your image goes somewhere else, they can actually sell that data, right? So you have to be very careful what you give to the information to the AI, because that data can be also being, promoted somewhere. So there's nothing in any AI where it is mentioned it's not going to be used for promotion. So be careful what you give your data, right? And this is, by the way, captured in a location called Suwon. It's close to Seoul in Korea, right? So this is very specific to a startup company called Any Moment. They were able to capture this image in 3 seconds. And that's how fast they were in terms of getting this kind of an image. And it's a little fun because you get to see yourself, into the image and stuff like that, right? Now, one of the key things what everyone comes and talks to me is about, I am a Microsoft partner. I've been a gold partner. I've been this. I also have a solutions which is custom made. How do I increase my sales using AI, right? How do I increase sales using things? So I suggest them, two important things. First is you have different kind of resources, right? One of the key things is because you're an employee, you think like you can do everything on your own, but having another resource is important. When I was in KPMG, a corporate trainer, my last job, in India, I had 5 people, I had 5 interns who were giving me inputs on research, right? Logically speaking, you're not giving them the personal data of the company, but just letting them know that they are supporting you, right? It's the same thing with this. But with AI, the challenge is if you give your all the data to AI, AI lacks emotions. If you talk to someone who's an intern, right, or someone who's a friend of yours, they'll give a better answer because they understand emotions. But AI lacks emotions. But if you blindly go without setting up a persona and put your data, which is of course not to be put because it's company data, but let's in case you want some PPT to generate, you want something to generate, but it will not be able to do it as per the context. Even it will make mistakes. It is written, I think, at the bottom of ChatGPT. It can make grammatical mistakes. Even the spellings also, if you see, if you're generating images, right? So you have to be very careful how you use AI. There's something called a responsible AI. I would like you to go to the Microsoft website and see something on responsible AI. So be very sure what to put into the AI and what not to put, right? And I'm connected with around 36 startup communities right now. And AI has helped me to get, I think this year, out of 16 or 17 public speaking events, 8 I have landed through AI. Half of them, right, through AI. But again, it's just the prompt engineering. If you learn it, you can really, scale it faster, right? Considering I have very limited time, let me skip this. Yeah, this I wanted to show. How many of you use paid license of ChatGPT Copilot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, others? Free licenses? Yeah, everyone is using the free version? Okay, you're also using, good, okay. So basically, I just wanted to show a difference between free and paid, okay? So let's just say, it's like a free version, I'm also using the free photo. And let's just say there are 3 people, as I think it's not that visible, but let's assume A, B, C. 3 people have some time when they are free. Here in this, the ChatGPT makes a mistake, because it says like, basically they can meet at 4 to 4:30, but I can see this person, Andrew, is not available after 3. Versus let's just say I got an advanced model, which is a paid model, I get a right time, which is between that time slot. Simple and plain, the difference between free and paid, right? So if you have a paid solution, it will give you a more precise answer and a better kind of a solution. That's what the specific slide I wanted to share. Okay. Yeah, this is the project I was talking about. So how many of you know, like currently the actors you see on Netflix and Amazon Prime is all digital likeliness model of them. They are not real. Shocked? You know or you don't know? Okay. So basically some part of their acting, of course, not the entire movie. It's been made from a digital likeliness model of them. Think about, let's say you might have seen in news channels some AI anchors, right? But it is very specific to that image, or let's just say to that person. But let's say with digital likeness is going to be very much similar. Of course, it's not going to be a deep fake because it is going to be approved on a blockchain by that actor. So in India, we have Akshay Kumar who has signed up, right, for this. Because he doesn't have time to go to Canada at times. So some movies, he want to probably do international Hollywood as well. There's Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, so if you know, I think Amitabh Bachchan, I don't know how many of you know. Most of you should know, right? In India, so he's also there, who's with us. So there are more celebrities coming in, even Hollywood as well, and not just Netflix, Amazon, literally on all platforms. It is going on a paid POC right now, and this is, by the way, we are working with Paramount. Paramount is the UK production house, so it's our client, right? So this project I did it with the help of AI tool, and I was able to get all this kind of fine tuning and stuff like that with LLMs, right? So if you feel you also want to contribute to such kind of projects, I run a community called Omdena. It's there in Hyderabad as well. It's there in around 220 countries. There's also a Dubai chapter, so I can connect you, and then probably you can also contribute. There are paid opportunities as well, so you can do on a site like freelance as well, right? Let's skip this. Okay, these are like some of the photos. I think you already know this company called Nordstrom. This is a virtual fitting, right? So just like Zara. Okay, so Zara, I can literally check my dress online before even buying. So I know which size and what kind of design I want. This is like a little bit advanced, more like having this wireless charger video. So basically, I can just be sure when I am in Korea, I don't have to carry my power bank and anything. Everything is available there. Parallelly, I can just put it, just like you have an iPhone, you can just put it there and then it can get charged. So I think I had a lot of fun because there's no way to carry any chargers, right? So I am always, not worried, right? This is what the Elon Musk model is, which is about replacing humans with robots. Okay. So you see in the middle, there is a stand-up comedy happening. Okay. This person is actually analyzing the brain of the older generation people who are standing there, and is trying to, construct some kind of, conversations with them. This is how the future looks like. Right now I'm speaking, I may not be there next year because the AI might have replaced me, right? There's possibility, or maybe my avatar might be coming, right? The AR VR model, which we are talking about something coming online, right? So this is what the event I see with Tony Robbins kind of event where they have maybe 50,000 to 1 lakh people, right? How many of you aspire to become a TEDx speaker? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Others, no? No hope? Or it's too early? Too early. Okay, you feel it, there's a time you need. Okay. I'm starting as a TEDx speaker next month. I have my first TEDx. So these are some of the prompts. If you're into sales, this is very specific I've developed. So let's just say pipeline generation. So let's just say you're a CFO of a company. You want to check, how to solve their problem. So this is what you do to get their meeting and then book a meeting through LinkedIn, right? How many of you know there's something called as AI for LinkedIn? Okay, one person knows. Good. Others? You know? Okay. The software name is Engage GPT. So you go to Engage GPT. It is AI for LinkedIn. I have automated everything through my Engage GPT. Okay, so we are on the last slides. Yeah. Spotify, how many of you use Spotify? There's a free premium access you can get. How many of you are interested? Okay, good. So basically, Microsoft Bing, if you start using, it has reward system. Once you start using Microsoft Explorer and Bing, you get some points. Once you reach the threshold level, you get Spotify Premium for few months free. Simple solution, right? There's not Spotify. You also have Amazon 500,000 vouchers, or let's say you convert it in dirhams, right? So that is how you have this. So use Microsoft Bing. That's how you can get this. Right, China. I mean, so these are some of the skills. If you want to take a picture, anyways, I'll send the presentation. These are my favorite tools I use. Right now, as I'm talking, there are 3 of my AI tools selling my solutions on my behalf. So it's like a voice assistant, and I've hired them. Okay, so this is how you can change your life if you really are into AI. Right, these are some maybe free access. I'll try to see if I can provide the code as well. These have 6 to 5 months license, so I'll try to provide this as well. These are some alternatives. I just wanted to show this quickly, right? If you want to take a picture, yeah, these are some of my favorite tools you can use. That's it. And there are some 18,000 plus prompts. I'll give this. There's also a ChatGPT Bible I'll give you. Okay, so it has literally everything with anything and whatever you want, right? So that's all. Thank you so much, for your time. I know I just wanted to be real quick. And yeah, thank you, Venkatesh, for having me. It's a pleasure, to be here again. So yeah, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me after the event. I just wanted to be precise, yeah. So I hope no questions. Right? It was a non-technical fun session. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Abhilekh. Abhilekh is here in the second half. Anybody has any startup ideas or want to get some, please feel free to reach out. And may I invite Mahmoud to give the goodies to the Abhilekh, please. Thank you, Abhilekh, for coming all the way from India.
Man, I made them sleeping and now they are waking up again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now we'll take a prayer break and we'll resume back at 2. We're waiting for the lunch. Give us some more time, please. Thank you.